or that comes?
It's on the agenda, so
Okay,
we'll call to order, administer oath, and then elect officers.
Recording in progress.
Well, good morning. We're going to call the February 27th, 2024 meeting of the St. Joseph County Redevelopment Authority to order. We're going to start by doing administration of oaths.
Say aye, announce your name, and repeat after me.
I, Dan Caruso,
I, Jacqueline Stout,
Do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I'll support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and will faithfully, impartially, and lawfully carry out
and will faithfully, lawfully, and carefully carry out.
and faithfully, lawfully, impartially carry
Partial-
out.
I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a lot.
partially carry out my duties as a member
My duties as a member
My duties as a member
of the Board of Directors of the St. Joseph County Redevelopment Authority.
of the Board of Directors of the St. Joseph County Redevelopment Authority.
the Board of Directors of St. Joseph County Redevelopment Authority.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just need you to sign.
Okay.
your oath. Yes, I'll get you.
Well, there's one here.
Here, sorry, I wasn't.
Oh, there. All right.
Here?
Print and sign. Very much.
Thank you very much. And just as a note for the record, we have two members present, Jacqueline Stout and Dan Caruso. So we'll move next into the election of officers. Mr. Garrett, would you like to take care of that, please?
No problem. So how this works is we open the floor for nominations for presidents. Nominations are made, then we close nominations and do a motion to appoint president. So open the floor for nominations of president, if anyone has nominations.
I'll nominate Jacqueline Horvath. I'm sorry, Jacqueline
Stout,
Horvath.
yeah, it's
Stout, I'm
confusing,
sorry.
yeah. Stout's legal, yeah.
If there are no other nominations, we'll close nominations. A motion to appoint would be appropriate.
I make a motion,
You can.
I make a motion we pass Jacqueline Stout as president.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Mr. Caruso, how do you vote?
Aye.
And Ms. Stout, how do you vote?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we'd open floor for nominations for vice president.
I nominate Mr. Caruso as vice president.
There are no more nominations. We'll close the floor for nominations. A motion would be appropriate.
I'll make a motion, we nominate Mr. Caruso for vice president.
Any second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Mr. Caruso
Aye.
and Ms. Stout?
Aye.
Motion carries. Finally, we'll open the floor for nominations for secretary. You can,
Nominate Tina.
you can still appoint Tina, yes.
I'll nominate Tina.
Okay, we'll close the floor. A motion to appoint Tina as secretary.
Make a motion to appoint Tina Wilson, secretary.
A second?
Second.
Mr. Caruso, how do you
Aye.
vote? And Ms. Dowd, how do you vote?
Aye.
Motion carries.
As we move forward, I would make a note, the retention of legal counsel is the next item on the agenda, and Thorne Grodnick, who also serves as the redevelopment commission attorney, will be serving as the attorney for the redevelopment authority, so we'd just like that noted for the record, so. Next item on the agenda is approval of minutes. We have minutes in the packet from the January 23rd meeting. If there's any questions about the minutes, we'd be happy to ask or answer those, but if not, we'd just move for your acceptance.
Make a motion we accept the minutes from the January 23rd meeting.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Mr. Horvath, how do you vote? I'm sorry, Mr. Caruso, how do you vote?
Aye.
And Ms. Stout, how do you vote?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is the resolution. Phil, if you want to present.
Members of the authority, Phil Facenda, Barnes and Thornburg, 201 South Main Street, South Bend, here on behalf of the county and the redevelopment authority. As you will remember, the authority has met on a couple prior occasions, and we are currently in the middle of a bond financing for improvements at the IEC. And given the fact that the commissioners made reappointments, and we have still not reappointments just recently to this board, and that we are still not yet through the financing, we thought it best and prudent to because the officers, some of the officers of this authority are going to be signing closing documents. We thought it best to acknowledge the actions that were taken previously, ratify those actions, and essentially authorize the officers to sign documents. Now, that was done previously, but given the fact that we have a reconstitution of the board, we thought it best and prudent to ratify prior actions. So that's what this resolution does. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
The only addition that I would make is that all the prior actions of the boards are still considered valid and binding on the authority.
Yes, 100% on that. Good. Thank you for the clarification, Mr. Garrett.
So if we have no questions, motion would be appropriate.
I make a motion to pass Resolution 2024-03.
And then a second.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Mr. Caruso
Aye.
and Ms. Stout.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda is additional business. I don't believe
There's no
any
additional business at this time, no.
So then we move to public comment. Public comments limited to 3 minutes. If you could state your name and address. Anyone on the floor wish to make public comment? Seeing none. Anyone online, if you'd wish to make public comment, please use the raise hand feature. Seeing none, a motion to adjourn would be appropriate.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Mr. Caruso
Aye.
and Ms. Stout.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Dan, I got to compliment you. One of the shortest meetings, one of your first meetings.
Great.